you. Sit. Good boy. Good morning from a very hot southern Nevada. We're out here playing with Chase. Playing ball with Chase. Just thought I would start the video out here this morning. It's hot, but it's a beautiful day. So it's actually a lot cooler than it has been lately. The last week we had, I don't know if you guys watch the news, but we had some record-breaking heat. It got up to 124 degrees a couple weekends ago. And today it is, let's see what time it is, 10:50 a.m. and it's only 103 degrees out. So we thought we'd come outside and just enjoy a little bit of this cooler weather. Is this cooler weather, Dino? Chase says, I'm enjoying this cooler weather, if you can call 103 degrees cooler weather, right, Chase? Anyways, let's go back inside. Alright, so in my last video, I actually shared that I was building these bookshelves. I got these Billy bookcases from IKEA. Actually had them delivered because they wouldn't fit in my car. And then I had to put them together, and they fit perfectly across this wall in my dining room. So what I'm doing is still debating on whether or not this is where I'm going to keep my knitting and crochet books. But right now, these are all knitting pattern, and well, I guess starting about here, these are my crochet books to about here, somewhere in here. And then the rest of them, Chase is panting. He's still hot from being outside. You need to go get some water, Chase. You too, Dino. You guys need to go get some water, okay? But starting about here, yes, Dino, he is a licker. Starting about here, though, is where my knitting books start, and they go all the way down. They take, excuse me, they take the whole 4 bottom shelves. As you can see, they come all the way over here. Most of these are design books. You know, design it, knit it, teach yourself virtually, knitting design. There's stitch dictionaries. I use a lot of these when I'm designing my knitwear. They're great reference books. If you guys would like a more in-depth look at any of my knitting books, just let me know, and maybe I could go through some of them with you. But other than that, I've also gone to the second shelf here. These, let's see, from about here to here are sock books. Yeah, from about here to here are all sock knitting books. More stitch dictionaries. And then I have tons of knitting magazines, guys. I mean, I've got more than that. Let me show you real quick here. Still got books in boxes that I'm unboxing. But yeah, look at this. It's crazy. It's crazy how many knitting magazines, knitting and crochet magazines I've collected over the years. I actually have some designs in a few of these, and I'm hoping that I can find the magazines that I've had designs in so that I could share those with you guys at some point. But I did do a lot of design work for magazines. I've also had a pattern in a knitting book. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 60 Quick Knits series, but I have a pattern in this book. This was back in 2017, I think. Let's see if I can find my pattern in here. It was a little caterpillar. There he is. So guys, I designed this little caterpillar, and he's named the Curious Caterpillar. This cleverly constructed caterpillar is cuddly and curious, and just the right size to wiggle alongside your little cutie pie. Designed by Christine Marie Chen. That's me. But we've got this page, and then there's this page, and you can see he was knit in fragments so that a little kid could, you know, piece him together. And I used Velcro. I actually designed him, knit the project, wrote the pattern, and sent it to the company. So I thought that was super cool. I haven't submitted any designs in a while lately. I'm kind of thinking I may try to go more self-published. I've self-published a few patterns over the years, but I'm kind of looking at that again. So I may have some new knitting patterns out in the near future. So if I can find this book on Amazon, I will link to it in the description down below, because it's got tons of adorable little projects in it. The caterpillar is the only one that I designed, but yeah, just look at these little projects. Aren't they adorable? So cute. Oh, and I found the letter. It was tucked right inside here. So it was actually, yeah, it was 2017 when I did this for them. Enclosed, please find a complimentary copy of 60 Quick Knitted Toys, Fun Fabulous Knits in the 220 Superwash collection from Cascade Yarns. We're very excited about the publication of this book, which couldn't have happened without the contribution of your beautiful design. That was so sweet of them to send me a copy. But yeah, I will link to this down below in the description if anybody's interested in having a look. If anybody's interested in maybe getting a copy for yourself. I've also got my diamond painting in progress right here. So my table's a big mess right now since I'm still sorting through things, but I thought I would give you guys a little update on the bookshelf progress. And what I'm trying to decide is, since this whole bottom shelf is knitting books, even up into the second shelf, like these are knitting books, and then these are knitting magazines. These are crafty books, other types of crafts, spinning, weaving, sewing, you know, just all kinds of things here. I'm kind of trying to decide if I should move my knitting books to my bedroom, because I'm thinking I'm going to have a wall of yarn in my bedroom too. So I thought I would share with you guys some of my whips. This one is a very long, ongoing whip. This is my mitered square scrappy blanket. And I was sharing, I did a short recently where I shared doing one of the squares, picking up stitches to do one of the squares. And I recently got a comment about this. Someone asked if I could share how to actually get this blanket started. This is the mitered square blankie. This is an older pattern, and I think it was actually only available online, and since then the website has been removed for some odd reason. But it is just a mitered square blanket. When I've tried to look up patterns on it, I've noticed that the little center spine looks a little different on some of the actual patterns that are on Ravelry. So I thought I would go ahead and maybe do a video. My next video will probably be a tutorial showing how to get this blanket started. And it's really simple because you start with one square. So you actually start with making just a couple of squares, individual squares, and then you pick up stitches along, like say you start with this square and this square, or actually let's go down to an edge. That makes it simpler, or more easier to understand. So say we started with these two squares. So these would be individual squares. Then we're going to pick up stitches along this side, and we're going to knit this square. So it's really interesting. You don't ever have to sew anything together. They're always just picking up stitches and adding on to it. But yeah, the comment I got was someone asking if I could show them how to get started making one of these blankets. So my next video will actually be a tutorial showing you guys how to do that. So maybe some more of you could start your own little mitered square blanket. But I've been working on this for several years. It's just whenever I've got extra fingering weight or sock yarn left over from a project, I just go ahead and add it on. It doesn't matter if it's the same color in each square. Like this one was done with the same skein of yarn, the same variegated yarn, but then like, let's see, let me find one, probably this one. I used what I had of this color, and then I used what I had of this color, and then I added on what I had left over from some other project right here to finish the square. But this is a super fun project. And let's go around to the other side and I'll show you how much longer it is. It's not much. I just basically draped the top of it over this. What am I doing, Chase? Am I showing them my blanket? So yeah, this is where it starts, or this is where I'm working on. You work from the bottom up on this blanket, so this is the edge I'm working on now. That's why it's a little uneven. You can see I've just been adding squares, probably add another square here, and so on and so on, and it just keeps going. You hear that beep? I think my coffee's ready. I'll be right back, guys. Well, I forgot to press record as I was pouring my coffee, but there it is, and I just added a little splash of soy. So aside from being very preoccupied with putting my shelves together and dealing with the heat that we're having right now, I also started doing a little crochet. And I decided I would make one of those little, it's like a little bandana for your hair. And I'm using a cotton yarn. I mean, there, you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like, but it's still got a ways to go. But I really love this little color combination. Let's see what let's see if I can see what yarn this is. I've actually had this for a while, and it looks like it's Pisgah yarn. Pisgah, P-I-S. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see if we can. Hang on just a second. I'll see if I can show you guys the label. There we go. I honestly don't even know if they still make this, but it looks like it's spelled P-I-S-G-A-H. Pisgah yarn and dyeing. And it's 100% cotton. 14-ounce cone is the way it came. And it is, looks like the name of it is Peppercorn Ombre. And it was 690 yards, but I have used this. I've used this for dishcloths and many other things. But yeah, like I said, it has been a scorcher, and I actually feel like I'm sweating right now. So I think I'm actually going to end this video. I may go jump in the pool later today. It's that hot. The last time I got in my swimming pool, the pool actually felt warm, so that was nice, but kind of strange, because the pool was actually like 100 degrees. So anyway, I just threw my little mitered square on here, and as I'm looking at it in the camera, I'm kind of thinking, should I make it into a blanket or should I just wear it as a shawl? Because it's actually just about the right length or the right size to be a shawl. If I did it as a shawl, I wouldn't have much longer to go, and that kind of looks cool, doesn't it? To wear like that. That may become a shawl instead. But like I said, guys, in the next video that you'll see probably in a couple days, I'm going to do my little tutorial on how to get this started. And yeah, and then hopefully I'll be back with some more whips and a little more progress on this. And maybe my bandana will be finished by next weekend. And I will see you guys again in the next video. Happy crafting! Bye!